up, we need to keep trying. On these beats are on the street grinding. Can't take this away from me. My destiny, I was meant to be shining.
Strong mind within moi. Don't stand for something, you fool for anything. Small things for granted, now precious when needed. Label gullible, target alert, the weakest. Foreheads just about, see lights peeping, seeking food. Boys rude, booze with screaming. Yo Sandman, come down and get him, we don't feel him. Put the mic down, he's confused with music, wheezing. BS, I guess it's people's opinion agreeing. Would be minor, so long as most my darts are beating. Out there somewhere, shrugging, still tighter. To my ones, winking a gun and flashlighters. Underestimators.
Welcome to Shah TV. You know the coup. Likes, subscribes, and any questions, send them come. Today's topic is about health. Health is wealth. But it seems like when we go to these medical services, they're treating our health for their wealth. Like it's all profit. No cures, only treatments. Sometimes you have to question things, you know. And that's what I do. I'm very skeptical, meticulous, and I'm definitely pedantic. So I just wanted to talk about a book that led me to a subject to study. Now this book is called Eat Right for Type by Peter Diadamo. I hope I'm pronouncing his surname correctly. Peter J. Diadamo. And the book's about blood types having certain diets. Yeah? This book was recommended by a guy I follow. I've been following him for about 20 years. Now I can't use him as evidence for this diet because me saying that, I've done some soft research and they're saying this blood type diet is a theory. It's not scientifically backed. Now the guy I follow, he's knowledgeable and he deals with holistic health, and I would be on his side of recommending this book, but I'm going to use critical thinking and logical reasoning. So I'm not saying I'm an expert in this field, but I'm just going to use my common sense to challenge this so-called theory. Okay, so just a brief overlook on the health spectrum. We know diseases, normal is not natural. Permanent could be temporary, and hereditary can be altered. This is to do with diseases, by the way. Okay, I suffer from hay fever, but then again, you know, I'm thinking it's something I'm born with, so I've got to deal with it. But then it could be just a simple reaction by something I've been taking since I was a child. So I'm going to build this argument from this subject, which is called epigenetics. Epigenetics, you must study this. This will give you clarity to what's happening around the world. We have known someone that their well-being has been on a premium. You know, exercise, crazy, health, like diet is off the chain, you know, and then you're just surprised, like, how this person pass away? They seem fine to me. But then I have to question epigenetics. I know is the problem in the community. Now, epigenetics, EPIGENETICS. There's no specific book. You could learn it from anywhere. Yeah, even a YouTube video. So I'm just not going to go in depth. I'm just going to say this basic as possible and briefly too, because I don't want to keep on going. Epigenetics is DNA and the genes that get stimulated and express the instructions that perform a specific function for the body depending on the environment it's in. So the genes, they operate in a function, in a way, according to the environment it's in, give a certain performance to that individual. All right? So the genes can be reversed and they could be activated or deactivated. All right? So example, let's say the sun. We don't get much sun in this country, right? And there could be a gene that only could be stimulated and expressed by the sun. Because there's no sun, and it's usually absent, the gene will just, let's say, just fall asleep and don't even be activated anymore. So when that happens now, then there'll just be a ripple effect that because this gene does not give us the needed functions for our body, then it's just going to cause problems now. Can't handle stress now, or, you know, start getting sick easy. Do you know what I mean? Because that gene is not, it's fell asleep. It's not getting its activation by the sun. So that's an example, okay? So now, there's 3 triggers in the environment that can, you know, reverse these genes and deactivate these genes or activate them. And that's air, A-I-R, sound, S-O-U-N-D, and diet, D-I-E-T. Now, air would be similar to the example of the sun I gave earlier. Pollution, certain smells, scents, and the atmosphere can cause a trigger to your genes to turn against you. Sound, certain frequencies, certain hertz, certain vibrations can trigger your genes to turn against you. Music can make you sad, happy, aggressive, sexually aroused, think bad thoughts, good thoughts, you know. But then again, the instruments within the music can actually trigger your genes to turn against you. And thirdly, diet. This is one of the triggers that I'm going to use to challenge this theory. Diet, let me add this first. They did say it's not scientifically backed. There's no proof. It has not been proven yet that these blood types have a specific diet, but they do advise to go see a healthcare professional or a registered dietitian. Now, this author of Eat Right for Your Type, he's a naturopathic physician, so his approach is from a holistic standpoint. So more people would want to go through the natural therapy. He's digging deep in depth for the cause of a disease from a natural stance. But his credentials is not far from a registered dietitian, what they're telling you to go to. So basically, they're saying, we're not criticizing this guy's credentials. The subject he's recommending is not scientifically backed, but we would advise you to go see him for advice. That's how it sounds to me. I'm being pedantic because he's not far from who they're recommending to go to, professional wise. So it just don't make sense to me. And just to finish it off, epigenetics can work from dietary, which is one of the triggers that affects the genes that a blood type is determined by. That's in a nutshell. Do I need to say more? Asante Kwaheri. Peace.